I'm Dave Wilkerson with eXp Realty again, and today we're going to bring you a video about what sellers need to do to get their home ready to sell. Now, instead of just going through a list, I'll just kind of talk about some of the things that I always recommend a seller does to get their home ready for market. I usually provide a list of about 60 items. It's like a little punch list of things to look for in your house. It doesn't apply to all homes, but I give that to all my sellers to work through on their time. And I also go through it with them to see where they get the biggest return on their investment. But today I just want to talk about some of the big ones that are very simple. And even if you're not going to sell your house, these are things that you should do just for the proper maintenance of your home. One of the big ones is go to that place that nobody goes to. Check out your attic. At least once a year, poke your head up in your attic. There's usually a scuttle hole in the hallway or in one of your closets. Just go in there and look up. Look to make sure there's no sunlight getting in when it's not supposed to get in. Depending on your type of roof, it could be coming from the top, the sides. And then also look for the thing that will kill you in an inspection is mold. So there's thousands of types of mold. There's only a few that are actually dangerous, but you just want to look up there because you could simply just bleach it and scrub it, paint over it, or if it's really bad, get a mold remediation company in there. But that's a really simple thing to avoid, and just to check the health of your roof, make sure it's breathing properly so it lasts the longest. Another thing you can do is if you've got a basement and you have a sump pump or even a crawl space with a sump pump, go down there every once in a while and either fill that pit with water to get the pump to trigger. That way you're kind of flexing all the gears. It's a mechanical item. If it sits there dry for too long, just the rot will seize it up. Even if it's a perfectly good motor and the gears are seized up and the impeller seized, it won't pump water when you actually need it. So go down there and exercise that pump once or twice a year. Either fill it with water or you can just artificially reach your arm down in there and pull the switch up. And if you're not comfortable with that, have your handyman do it. Give them a list of like 10 things to do twice a year, just to keep your house healthy. Another thing you can do is go around to all your faucets, toilets, and laundry. Anything that has water coming to it under pressure is just look for drips. Over time, especially like under a kitchen sink, there's vibrations, there's dishes dropping. If you have a garbage disposal, that's a violent machine. The vibration could have some of the joints come loose. It could come loose from the sink and just slowly be dripping over time. I've seen countless kitchen cabinets under the sink where the wood is just rotted out because most people store a ton of cleaning chemicals, garbage bags, a bunch of other stuff down there. They're not looking at it, and that water just drips down over time and just rots it out, and you just have to replace that board before you sell it. Under toilets is an easy thing. Homes move. The ring between the toilet and the floor, if you sit on it, get up and down 100 times or so, if the floor is flexing, that could come loose. So that's something just to look out for, look for signs. I always walk around my house looking up a couple times a year, looking for those water stains, whether it's from the roof, the toilets, the sinks, the showers, because if you catch those things early, they're not too expensive to fix. Another one is your appliances, excuse me, refrigerators, things like that get hot and circulate air through their motors. They suck dust up. You need to pull your refrigerator out once a year, if not every other year, clean out behind it, let it breathe, vacuum out underneath of it. We've got a beverage fridge, so if you've got little appliances like that, pull them out. Especially if you have dogs, that hair finds its way underneath those appliances. Your stove, your dishwasher, just look underneath there to make sure everything is clean, dry, and protected. Also outside your house, just kind of walk around the perimeter of your house, look for water puddling up around your foundation. If that's the case, then the grade of your dirt is not having the water run away from your house, and that also can cause penetration into your basement or crawl space. That also goes along with checking for gutters. Make sure your downspouts kick out at least 6 to 8 feet away from your house. Those can get knocked over by the landscaping companies or your kids. They come disconnected, and every time there's a heavy rain, just dump straight right into your foundation. That just creates more work for the drain system and your sump pump. I hope you found those tips useful. Again, this is not just if you're selling your house, it's just common maintenance things that should be checked out as you own a home to prevent major costs during the lifetime of your ownership. I'm Dave Wilkerson with eXp Realty. Thanks for watching the video. If you have any topics you want me to discuss, please shoot me a message. I'd be happy to make a video for you. Take care.